We started a radio show weekly, and then we were invited to do this compilation, Slam Dunk Presents Funk Carioca. And you know, we had this element of a very autobiographical element in our music, and we started, it was very impossible to separate at one point what we were doing to what we were living, because we were doing this compilation. So we started, in a way, it came naturally, integrating our life and our beats and our music and our life.
And I think tetine is all about what we live. What I mean, it's about me and it's about Eliette, you know, living. And we try to reproduce things that are happening in our life, basically. And this started from the first time we met each other, which was pretty much like I was doing a soundtrack for a performance that Eliette was taking part. And I was playing the piano, and then we just realized, and Eliette was improvising over, you know, the stuff I was playing. And we just realized that we had something in common, and something interesting could come out of that kind of improvisation that we were doing. And that's how tetine was born. I mean, we released 3 albums in Brazil, and then we came to live in London in 2000. And I think we still are doing the same kind of thing, although people sometimes don't perceive this. They think because we are working with baile funk now, maybe we're just into dance music, or we're just doing, you know, we got into the hip-hop thing. But the way we do it, it's very personal.
Attitude was something that really was important to me and to him. And then we started doing all these experiments, but not like in the 90s, where people would hide themselves behind their desks and pretend like not to exist and just exist the sound. We were doing pretty much what we are doing now. We put all our energy, if we were doing whatever, Alexander's Grave or Lick My Favela, the way we integrate the energy and the attitude is pretty much the same.
It's pretty similar. And that was this thing about, you know, people, generally musicians that are considered experimental musicians, people tend to perceive them as people who are just, you know, extremely cerebral and extremely, you know, behind their computers and doing little noises and doing this and that. When we did Alexander's Grave, for instance, one of the things that were more important for us was to reproduce that whole atmosphere in a way that we could interact with the audience, and the audience could really participate in our performance in a way that that sound was very important. But the whole relationship between us and the people who were watching this, it was just extremely important.
Estrada.
think what tetine does in terms of thinking identity, Brazilian identity, it's very ambiguous, but it's super celebratory. I cannot say that it's not, because it is. Nowadays we are singing in Portuguese, and if you go to our shows and you see the image we show, for instance, there's this video that Eliette did with, you know, footballers, and we try to change the way people perceive it through our work, really communicating with these people. From the I remember the first time we played with Daisy Tigrona, for instance. It was like, Daisy Tigrona, welcome to Tetine's world, and Tetine, welcome to Daisy Tigrona's world. Let's do something together and see what happens. The first thing that she said to us, it was like, Eliette, but you're not wearing funkeira clothes, for instance. And that, for us, that was just perfect, because that was what we were looking for. You know, the idea was to, you know, mix and see if, like, two middle-class Brazilians could really relate to a person who was doing really amazing electronic music in the favelas and was working as a maid in Brazil. And then we took her to our show and we played tetine style with her. And then by the end of the show, she performed her songs in a club in Rio. But at the same time, it's very funny, because Brazil is very difficult. In this very same club, Daisy was very difficult for her to get in. You know what I mean? So I think the work is all about this as well.